A memory. I could hear the ticking of the clock like it was yesterday. A point in time. Some people say that there are special moments in life that you'll never forget. Those fleeting moments that fly by. The ones that are over before you even have time to wonder how it came to be. It was summertime. Never-ending sunlight. Not a cloud in sight. A time for no regrets and new beginnings. Because before you know it, these golden hours end, and only patience can bring it back. This is where our memory begins. This is where our story started. Maybe she's just having a bad day. Or maybe she had something on her mind. I'm usually not one to be spontaneous, but something about the way she was just sitting there pulled me towards her. It began with one word, a nervous laugh, a stolen glance. I'll never forget the way she looked into my eyes and smiled. The way her hand fit perfectly in mine. Her worries melted away, and hours flew by in what felt like minutes. She was so beautiful. The endless nights on the phone, talking about everything, yet nothing. Watching the clock hand spin until our eyes couldn't stay open any longer. What we had was like a dial tone, never ending, unrelenting, and immeasurable. We talked about how we met by chance, how we each finally found the one, and the endless amount of time we had to enjoy together. We could take on the world. With every passing day, it seemed like nothing could pull us apart. But in one deciding moment, in an instant, time stopped. Everything around us stood still as the promises we made to each other crashed down upon us like the waves pounding the shoreline. I'll never forget the moment when everything froze, and we stared at the endless waters of the ocean. Why couldn't she stay? Our time was supposed to be endless, but can anything really last forever? There was nothing I could do to stop the waves from swallowing her into the depths of the ocean as our fingertips slipped past each other's. And as quickly as our paths crossed, we passed each other completely. Our time was up. Our time together had come to an abrupt end. There was no explanation, no ending. The story just discontinued without warning, leaving us dazed, without knowing what we had just lost. It ended as quickly as it started. And then, it all just became a memory. But life continues. Life does not wait for anyone. So I continued on in life without ever finding out what could have been. But sure enough, one day after another, the longing faded, never to be fully erased, but moved aside for new feelings to settle in. I found someone new to fill my thoughts, and our love is true, but the passion will never compare. All I have left to remember is our time together, a symbol of what used to be, something to be revisited. Or is it? I returned to the place we always met, just for old time's sake, as they say, to reclaim some of that lost time. I don't know why I did this to myself. It was an unusually sunny day, and there she was, taking me by surprise, as if a day had not gone by since we parted. Why now? Was she back to revisit our memories as well? Was she back to stay? We could return to what once was, to return to the days where we never spent a second apart, to leave behind the scars of the past and continue the story where we left off, to recover the time that was taken from us and never let each other go ever again. This time could be different. But our paths have already crossed, and two lines that cross will never meet again. We already had our time together, and what once was will never be again. I'll never forget those times, but now, it's just a memory, and that's all it'll ever be, a point in time.